Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video, I know I probably wouldn't have filmed today, but I was working earlier. I just got home, so excuse if I look a little bit shiny, a little bit messy, because some walking home was involved, but I wanted to get my wrap up for the month of July up and out of the way. And if you couldn't tell, got my Hellfire Club t-shirt on. Whoa. Nearly knocking over my lamp, but yeah, got my Hellfire t-shirt on. Leave this emoji in the comments if you're an Eddie Munson stan, because just because, right? He's a legend, he's an icon. Anyway, so I read 7 books in the month of July, which I'm very, very happy about. That seems to be like the norm for me. Like, oh my goodness, look at the state of my hair. Like 6, 7 books tends to be the norm for me. But you know, that's just who it's quality over quantity on this channel, okay? So first book I guess I'll talk about is A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. This was the Introverted Reader book club pick for the month of July. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought it was really, really good. I have a full review for it on my channel if you want to go and watch it. I will leave it linked down below. But all in all, really, really thoroughly enjoyed this. I very rarely read thrillers, to be honest with you. Well, young not, but anyway, I heard about this and I heard that it had like a witchy element to it, a little dark academia element to it, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm entering my dark academia era, so give this to me now. But yeah, I'll leave my review linked down below if you want to go and watch that. The next book that I'll talk about is actually, do you know what? I read 3 books on my Kindle. 2 were by the same author. The first one, The Kiss Quotient by Helen Wong, and then The Bride Test by Helen Wong. I loved The Kiss Quotient. If you're unfamiliar, adult contemporary romance. It is about this woman called Stella. She's 30 years old. She's wonderful at her job. She has a great job, but she struggles when it comes to relationships and everything that comes with it. So she basically hires an escort whose name is Michael to help her in the ways of relationships and sex and stuff like that. And I loved it. I thought it was just so sweet and cute and emotional and heartfelt. Everything good in the world. And I gave it 5 stars. And then I read The Bride Test by Helen Wong. I refuse to believe that Helen Wong is the same author of both of these books, because one was great and the other one I wish would go die in a fire. So I read The Bride Test. I gave that 2 stars, which was honestly me being kind, but I did a full rant review of that book on my channel if you want to go and watch it. I'll leave that link below as well. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about The Bride Test, because I said enough in that video. But anyway, the other book that I read on my Kindle was a book by Billy Bloom. And Billy Bloom is a romance author. They write gay, smutty romances. And a book by them I read, it's called Mr. Grumpy Pants. I know. And basically all of their books kind of center around this university in Michigan, and a lot of their stories revolve around guys who are like about to be pro hockey players or athletes in some way. In this one of our guys, Theo, is a diver, and the other guy, Troy, is a hockey player, and he's about to be going pro, whatever. And yeah, I thought it was okay. It was well written. It was a good story. In the end, I gave it 3 stars. I mean, the smut and everything was good, but I didn't really, the emotional connection between the 2 of them was just like barely there for me. And like with a lot of Billy Bloom's books, it's very rushed. Like the relationships always feel quite rushed, but like most times I don't mind it, but this time I was just like, really? But you know, it was still a good book, and if you enjoy gay smutty romances, then you know, try Billy Bloom's books. And I'm not just saying that because they follow me on Instagram. Well, maybe I might be, I don't know. But yeah, those are the books that I read on my Kindle. Let me put her down. The another book that I finished is Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mchurin. Like, I'm so happy I finished this. It was the biggest book on my TBR, and I was doing some housework the other day, just like cleaning up and stuff, and I just spent the entirety of that time whilst doing my chores listening to this, and then I finally finished it. In the end, I gave it 4 stars. Probably we're borderline maybe on a 3.5. It was a good book. It kept me entertained, but I wasn't like blown away, you know, like I was kind of waiting for the, do you know what I mean? Like I need a book to really, really punch me in the gut, to really get me into it. And it was good. It was good. I was entertained. I was enjoying myself. But, you know, it just wasn't like, and I felt the ending, everything wrapped up really, really easily for everybody in the end. So I was just like, But, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this whole series. I think my favorite might be book 2. Maybe. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm glad that I read this series. But yeah, it's nothing really that wonderful. So like low-ish 4 stars, maybe like a 3.5. But if you enjoy paranormal romance, it's about a witch and a witch hunter who are kind of like, who have to it's sort of like I don't want to say forced marriage, so like marriage for convenience, enemies to lovers, with witches. If I'm like hitting any buzzwords for you, then pick up this series because it is thoroughly enjoyable. And the last 2 are a part of a series, The Extraordinaries and Flashfire, both by TJ Klune. I read this as a part of the series that I'm doing on my channel, reading a favorite author's backlist, or reading books by a favorite author that I haven't read before. So yeah, I read this, and it's basically set in this city called Nova City, and within Nova City, there live these people who are kind of blessed with superhero type powers. And, you know, they sort of like protect the city and stuff like that. Think Renegades by Marissa Meyer, but like super gay. And our main boy, Nick, is obsessed with the Extraordinaries. That's what these people are called. He's obsessed with them. There's 2 that live in Nova City, Pyrostorm and Shadowstar. He is obsessed with everything extraordinary. He writes fan fiction about them. He wants to be one so bad. And yeah, like honestly, this one, it was a bit slow in the first half, but I thoroughly enjoyed by the end. And this book, this was amazing. Could not put Flashfire down. Again, I have a whole video where I talk more about these more in depth, so I'll leave that video linked down below as well. There's everything happening down in the description. There's my review for Lesson in Vengeance, there's my rant review for The Bride Test, and also the video that I did with the TJ Klune books. So yeah, these, oh, don't drop them. These is everything that I read in the month of July. I'm still currently reading some things, and obviously there's a few books that I wasn't able to get to, but I will save those for my August TBR. Wake up. For my August TBR, which will be up on Tuesday. So keep your eyes peeled. Be sure you are subscribed. Ring the bell so that you know whenever I upload next. So yes, and my Twitter and my Instagram are down below as well with all those videos that I just mentioned. What did you read in July? What did you like? What did you dislike? Is there a book that you've read this month that made you want to burn everything and destroy everything? Because I know there was for me. But yeah, I loved all of these, and I shall see you on Tuesday with my next video. Bye!